Before I moved to Bali, I wrote down a budget that made perfect sense to me if I was living in Los Angeles. But Bali life is a different world. I forgot things, very important things. I was scrolling through some old photos and found this one, my napkin budget I scribbled in 2018. At the time, I thought I had it all figured out. Food, rent, gym, nails, hair, wine. The grand total, about over 17 million rupiah, which came to about over $1,200 a month. But back then, the Indonesian rupiah, 1 USD equated to approximately 14,500 rupiah. And I know I did a budget video on this, but I just wanted to let you know that when you are doing a budget for yourself, the budget that you are creating in the country of origin may differ from the budget you need when you are moving to a new country.
And that's the thing. My budget was coming from a girl that lived in LA versus a girl living in Bali. Hair, makeup, well, makeup wasn't on the list, but hair, nails. I do my hair like once every 7-8 months. I don't get my nails done. Wine, I don't drink anymore. So lots of changes have happened for me. So just know that even though you may have expectations, by the time you get here, those expectations may change. And even if there are YouTube videos like this that set expectations for me back then in 2018, which there might have been, I don't know. It didn't even occur to me to look it up. What I want would be different than what you may want. Really write down realistically, what is it that you really want or really need in life these days? I mean, so LA, hair and makeup, or so LA, hair and nails. And then I'm like, oh, massages. I'm going to get so many massages a month. I had like, I don't know, 600,000 for massages, which I do about maybe 1 to 2 massages a month. So that's enough for me. I thought I was going to do massages once a week. Yoga? I thought I was going to go to a yoga class. Well, I have free yoga upstairs in my bedroom. So that cancels that out. And gym membership, I went 1 year during COVID. Wasn't my thing. I'm not really a gym person anyway. My changes in lifestyle was one thing. And then the dollar goes up, the dollar goes down. So my dollar will allow me to get 15% more now today than it was almost 7 years ago. So there's that. The cost of living has gone up. Not a lot, but it's gone up. So I have on my list salt. And you're like, what? So salt I use for my softener for my house because like the water here in Bali is super hard from the calcium deposits. And it didn't occur to me that I needed something to help with that. So like in 2018, you don't think about, well, I'm going to get a water softener. You don't think about that. And now that I'm here and I've experienced, hair falling out and all these other, we'll call it, other problems happen when you don't have a water softener. You can actually get Bali belly based on the water here, unless you use the bottled water. Yeah, I needed to protect myself and protect my house and protect my lifestyle. And I do that by getting a water softener. And I use salt in order to soften it. And then the other thing is like, hello, I didn't even include a cost to have a visa. And by the way, a visa in 2018, way different price than a visa in 2025. I can't tell you. I think it's tripled in price in the last 7 years. Crazy. So even if you budget for a visa and you budget for doing your visa runs to go to Singapore or wherever you're going to go, Thailand, even if you budget those, that price is going to change or fluctuate every year. May go down, may go up. Most likely it's going to go up though. Before I moved, I thought maybe I'll get a pet, but I didn't have that in my budget. But fast forward, I have 3. And that comes with its own line items, vet visits, food, all the extras. Dog food, honestly, not so bad. I order from a local meat guy and make a pumpkin and meat stew. Yeah, she's a keto dog. But the cats, oh boy, I don't even have the words to say how picky they are. Each packet of cat food costs more than you think. And of course,
I also adopted feeding another cat down the street because it's Bali. Transportation is another area I didn't fully think through. Outside my motorbike, which is my daily go-to, I sometimes grab a car with mom when we're headed somewhere together. We use Grab or Gojek, and honestly, it's pretty cheap. Usually $5 to $15 for a 20 to 40 minute drive, just about anywhere. And then there's the setup costs, things you don't even think about until you're here. Buying a used motorbike, stocking up on the house with small appliances and linens, and of course, maintenance, because eventually things break. How long will my toaster last? Mine's going strong for 6 years, but mom has gone through 2 toasters in 2 years. This is used for my water, and these things break every few months, it seems. To replace it, it's $6, but $6 adds up. Look how many I'm throwing away. Fans die, air conditioners need servicing every 4 months. My saltwater system needs a clean every few years. The good news, it's not too expensive to keep things running. For example, my AC servicing here is about $20 per unit, and I usually get mine and my mom's done together. After all the surprises, pets, maintenance, and lifestyle changes, this is my real cost of living on a monthly basis in Bali as of September 2025. Not the napkin math from 2018, but the lived reality. And again, I had to share this with you because I was laughing at myself like, what was I thinking? Okay, I'm switching gears here, but with pretty scenery. Many of you have asked me in the past, why don't I have health insurance on the list? And honestly, I'm the wrong person to ask. Why? Because I fired my healthcare industry over 12 years ago. This might not be a popular thing to say, but I just got tired of no one ever asking me about what I eat or how I move my body or what's my lifestyle. Instead, it's always, maybe it's this, try this pill. I don't like pills. I don't like even taking anything for headaches or migraines, which I do get. I rely on alternative medicine, yoga, meditation, turmeric, ginger, magnesium, acupuncture, physiotherapy, nutrient-rich foods, and sleep. I guess lavender would be included in there, and peppermint. So I had acupuncture last month twice at $35 each. Not on my budget today, but that's just a few less massages instead. But that's my path and it works for me. Even if I had put health insurance onto my original budget, it wouldn't probably even help very much. The truth is, the cost of health insurance is different for everybody. It's not just based on your age and your weight. It depends on your medical history, pre-existing conditions, the type of coverage you want, and even which country you're buying it from. So my cost wouldn't be the same as yours, and your cost wouldn't be the same as anyone else's. So that's why I don't even try to throw out a number because it really is unique to each. And of course, even with today's costs figured out, there's always that long list of what ifs that can sneak up on you. What if there's an earthquake? What if there's another flood and it takes out my house? But here's the thing. Besides the fact that any of those what ifs can happen anywhere I live in the world, even America, life is filled with what ifs. And I can't spend my entire life worrying about them or trying to protect myself from them. I have to spend it around what's working today, what I can do today, what I actually have control over today. Tomorrow, I don't control it. Yesterday, can't change it. But right now, this moment, that's where I actually live. When mom got dengue fever, we had quite a few unexpected medical expenses, and she ended up needing 6 doctor consultations, and 4 of them were home visits, 6 blood tests. During the first visit, they gave her 2 IV saline drips and some other medications, and then we had some outside people come in and give her an additional 2 different doses on 2 different days, some vitamins and immune-boosting hydration IV drips. Here's the thing. If she had gone directly to the clinic every time, the total would have been different. $558 because the doctor consultations at the clinic have a fee, but they don't charge you just to walk in the door. A home visit, though, is about $50 each. Since she had 4 of those, that added up quickly. So altogether, the treatment ended up costing $558 if she hadn't had the doctor go to her house. Are the doctors qualified? So I would say yes, they're qualified. They're qualified for every situation we've had so far. And when I say we, it's Mom. Mom's had a few situations. She had COVID, she had cold, she had a few things. And obviously dengue fever.
Hi, everyone. This is Linda. I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your generosity of words, your kindness to me as I went through God only knows what, in addition to having it be my 82nd birthday. And I so appreciate the entire world coming to my rescue. And I thank you for that. It was truly, from here, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you a lot. And soon, I don't know, in 2-3 weeks from now, maybe a month, I'll go out and I'll get to celebrate my 82nd birthday by doing something spectacular. Well, one of the places we talked about was the Turkish restaurant, Sumac. Great food, absolutely great food. So anyway, I want to thank you for that. So I'm coming to you probably several weeks after I got dengue. I don't know, in 3 weeks now I've had it?
Yeah.
3 weeks, and my energy still is not good at all. You know how like I could walk up to the market, dragging my little cart and walk back in the blazing sun, and the bottom line for me is everything that I've read about it on Google is that the energy level is the last to return. And I wish I still had my energy. I long for it, but I don't have it. I think about it every day. I'm going to walk up just to the convenience store and grab some watermelon, and I do not have the energy even to walk to the corner, let alone down the block.
No, you walked to the doctor,
I walked to the doctor.
and the doctor's across the street.
But what did I do when I got there?
You sat down.
I sat down.
So? But you walked to the doctor.
Slowly.
And then you helped me move stuff over to donate.
That's true. I did help you move that, but in the
I
meantime,
turn around and she's carrying some, thing
Stuff.
some stuff that I donated, and she's carrying it on her arm. So she has energy. I think she just is.
Anyway, one of the things that I just want to get across, if indeed you ever get this nasty ass disease, is rest, number one, and coupled with drinking plenty of liquids. That's the key. Just keep shoving those liquids down, which is what I did, which is what I still do, because I'm still have an insatiable thirst. I'm still thirsty. I can't get enough liquid. One of the things with the dengue that I never experienced was they're always talking about abdominal pain. If you have abdominal pain, if you have a rash, if you have a high fever, you can't keep anything down, which of course I couldn't do that. But I didn't have any of the other three. You've got to go see the doctor immediately. You really need that. That's called the severity of the disease, or the virus, excuse me. I don't know if it's a disease.
The virus.
But that's the severity of it, with the rash and the abdominal pain. And when the doctors would come, they were always like messing around down in here in my abdomen. But I didn't have any of that, thank God. All I had was just this sleepiness, nausea. Anyway, I'm on the other side of it. Feels great. I still don't have a voice, but that's left over from when I was in America. I'm told that each day I will continue to get stronger. And this seems to be true. It's minutia at its finest, but I am getting stronger. And each day I'm getting a little bit more energy. My friend Deanne told me about this company that comes to your home to do stretching. So we called them up, and this lady came. Her name is Septa, because she's born in September. And Balinese think that's the 7th month. I don't know whatever happened the other 2 months in between. I guess, I don't know. But anyway, so Septa came, and she stretched me for about an hour. Wow. Now, you know, I don't want to say anything because I kind of look the part like I'm athletic, but I really am not. And exercise.
Spoiler alert.
And exercise was never my thing. However, Septa stretched me, and it was just as great as having one of those massages that I adore so much. And it cost
$340,000.
She was miraculous and good, and
You recommend it?
I definitely recommend that, because having anybody come to the house in LA, no, never happens. The only people come to the house are the mortuary
The plumber.
and the plumber, and maybe the electrician if you need one. Other than that, nobody comes to the house. But here, everybody comes to the house. It's like standard operating procedure.
You kind of never need to leave the house.
Right. I personally miss going to the Tang, walking around,
She calls the Tang
Bintang,
She calls it the Tang.
walking around, you know, looking around. I miss that.
So that's it. My napkin budget, I swear, was on point, but clearly wasn't. Plus, a little update on Mom. She's turned a corner, though we both still have some work to do before she's fully back to her normal self. Tearing it up at Bintang and Bistro Cafe. Thank you again for all your sweet comments. We were over the moon to see how much love you've shown her, and we love you all right back. So much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Hi, Sherry. How are you?
Anyway,
So appropriate. Go ahead.